Hello guys and welcome to Stevie C TV, and this is the Man United Chelsea 11. So we're going to combine them both and we're going to see who we think is going to be in this 11 side. So we're going to have Man United just here and we're going to have Chelsea just here. We're going to base them off the teams that we had in the last games. So obviously United, as you can see up here, we've got Onana in the net, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Shaw, Dalot, all at centre back. The full back, sorry. And then we've also got McTominay and Mainu. And then we've got Rashford, Bruno, Garnacho, and Martial up front. So we're going to switch this around over this side, and we're going to put Varane in for Dalot, and we're going to put Shaw on the left. And then we're also going to put Casemiro in for McTominay, because that is what I feel is Man United's best 11 currently. So if that is the case, then we'll switch those around. And then lastly, we will switch Martial around with Højlund. So that is the United squad there, sat chilling there for you. And hopefully you can see that as well. And then we've got Sanchez for Chelsea in their net. And then we've got Disasi, Badiashile, Silva, Colwell, who finished the back line. And then we've also got Caicedo, Enzo and Gallagher filling that midfield. And Sterling, Mudryk and Jackson up front. And again, as we did with the United team, we're going to do the same with this Chelsea team. Disasi is going to get replaced with Reece James. And then, personally, I think Colwell's stronger as a centre-back. So we're going to put Badiashile off the team and put Colwell in the centre-back. And we're going to have Chilwell left-back because that is the better defence for Chelsea. So we're just going to stick with that. And then we're also going to switch Mudryk round with Cole Palmer, because I feel like Cole Palmer's had a good season so far, and he is playing their better football. So we've got Man United, we've got Chelsea. Now we're going to put them all together. Let's combine them and let's decide who we think is going to be in this Man United Chelsea 11. So we're going to start with keepers. Both keepers aren't the best. Onana makes mistakes a lot. Sanchez isn't a solid keeper all round. He's again made mistakes for Chelsea which have led to goals, but maybe he might just pinch it here. I think Sanchez just takes this not goalkeeper for the this combined 11. I think even though Onana's got more clean sheets this season, I feel like Sanchez provides a bit more overall game. I feel like Onana's slowed a lot of things down for Man United, and it's just not being good enough. Personally, I think the defence has helped him massively. So Sanchez is going to go in the net, and we're going to put him just up here. So Sanchez, there's your goalkeeper sorted. And then we've also got we've got the right back. So we've got right back in Wan-Bissaka, who I believe is better than Dalot, which is why I've put Wan-Bissaka in there. And then you've also got right back in Reece James for Chelsea. So let's think about this one, because Wan-Bissaka is clearly the best defensive right back in England. And obviously Reece James also plays in England. Probably the best defensive right back in the Premier League. That be it, like potentially Walker is probably his closest competition for defence. As for James, he has a bit of an overall game. He gets forward, he gets back, he's quite strong. One thing that Wan-Bissaka lacks a little bit is his strength. I personally think Reece James just chases this. He is the captain for Chelsea, and I think he just manages to scrape Wan-Bissaka here. As I said, if he Wan-Bissaka, in terms of his tackling, is amazing. His overlaps are really, really good, but his attacking ability in terms of crosses and actually getting those passes off aren't the best. So Reece James can score goals, create chances. He's got it all going forward as well. So I'm going to go Reece James at right back there. It pains me to say, but we've not even got a United player in this yet, and that's 2 players down. So is it based on... I'm a bias towards United. You can't say I am with this one. Next up, we have got Harry Maguire or Colwell. I'm going to say Maguire has been one of United's best players this season. I don't think that he can not get in this squad. Defensively, he's strong. He can be clumsy at times. Let's be honest, he can be clumsy at times. But this season, he has looked really, really good, and he's gone from not being anywhere near the squad. Everyone wanted him out to be sold, to being first choice centre back for United at the minute, in my opinion. Does he beat Varane and Martinez when fully fit and playing well? Probably not, but I do think right now Maguire is Manchester United's best centre back in form, everything. So I think he has to go above Colwill. Colwill hasn't played in that centre back position. He is a great player, but he's too young at the minute, and with him playing at left back quite a lot, I feel like that puts him out of favour in this one. So I'm going to go with Maguire on that. So Maguire is going to slot himself in the centre back on the right. But then we've got a competition between Varane, in-form Varane, bear in mind. Well, not an in-form Varane, but a fit Varane against a fit Thiago Silva. Tough one again. Both players really, really good. Thiago Silva's 39. He shouldn't be playing like to the way he does at the minute. And then he is a big leader on that pitch for Chelsea. But then you've also got Varane. In a United shirt, he's still one of our better players, but he looks out of favour, doesn't look as good, doesn't seem to have adapted to the Premier League as well as he could have. He's injury prone. His season could be over by the time he even gets anywhere near Silva's age. So I think here I'm going to have to go with Silva. Even though Varane's got all the trophies, he is a better player in terms of overall football. But I think Silva is more consistent. He is liable to a mistake, but I think he is a bigger leader on that pitch. So I think we're going to go with a strong partnership at the back. Going to go with the strength, keep the speed out on the right and the left, I think. So we're going with Silva in this one. And that's my honest opinion. This season, I don't think Varane has been that player for Man United. I don't think he's been great. So Thiago Silva goes in that slot. Left back. So we're going to go with Luke Shaw, who's now fit and obviously playing again. And Ben Chilwell. So when these two are fit, these are England's two best left backs by a mile. We've got Shaw, who reads the game a lot better, I think. I think he gets forward on the overlap. He can cross the ball a lot better than Ben Chilwell. But again, saying that, Chilwell does provide some good passes into his game, and he can cross the ball just as good. But I think Shaw, as an overall left back here, Roberto Carlos is going in the left back for me. I can't look past Shaw in this one. He gets replaced a lot in the squad because of injuries, but I think he's back for good. He's obviously, every time he has competition, he gets better and better each time, and I think he's actually a leader for Man United, and I think he's one of our better players. So, yeah, Luke Shaw, left back. So that's put our back four and our goalkeeper in position now. So we've got Sanchez in net, Reece James at right back, Maguire and Silva at centre back, and Luke Shaw left back. So Chelsea got 3 players in, United just the 2 at the moment. But we're going to go for the middle. We're in the middle now. We're going to go for the 2 defensive positions, defensive midfielder positions. And we've got Casemiro or Caicedo. I think this is an easy one. Caicedo is a great player, but I think Casemiro takes this all day. He is the better player by a mile. He's won everything as well. Yes, this season he hasn't looked as good, but I can't say Caicedo's been brilliant himself. So Casemiro goes straight into that slot for me. So that's CDM there. Casemiro in front of Maguire. And then alongside Casemiro, to double it up, we're going to either have Enzo or Kobbie Mainoo. I think Kobbie Mainoo here is only just getting into it. He's strong. He's a great young talent. But I don't think he has that flair that Enzo kind of has. So I think, unfortunately for Mainoo, Enzo has to take this slot in the midfield alongside Casemiro. And it's quite a strong midfield already, I think. I think as a side, this could be a Premier League winning side. Maybe switching about the defence every now and again, because Maguire and Silva could be very, very slow in towards the end of the season. Like I say, we've got Shaw and James there. Try and cover them a bit. But then we're going to go for the central midfielder slot. We've got Bruno Fernandes or Conor Gallagher. And again, Conor Gallagher, really good with the press, really good with like reading the game. But I don't think he provides that forward pass that they really need for Chelsea. And I think Enzo does that a lot more for them. So when you look at Bruno with the stats that he's got, he's absolutely like firing for United on his day. His press, his reading of the game, his passing. I call him one pass a game because I don't like his attitude, but he always creates that one key pass in a game. And yeah, he might not be my favourite player at United, but he is definitely a better player than Conor Gallagher. That is by far a better player than. So Bruno Fernandes finishes that midfield, and he goes alongside Casemiro and Enzo. So now we've got the right wing. We have got Marcus Rashford or Raheem Sterling. There's not much I can say about Rashford. He's one season wonder in my opinion. He can play some alright football. It seems like he scored most of his goals last season off the back of a comment from another professional footballer, and he actually listened to those comments from Thierry Henry. It's like, take your time with the shot, finesse it, and then stop firing it at the net, because as soon as you smash it, it doesn't go in. And it seems to be the case this season. He's trying to just smash it. He's trying too hard to score goals, and not thinking about the team, not contributing in defence, getting back, or anything like that. Whereas Sterling has been Chelsea's best player by far this season, in my opinion. He's just provided a lot of strength, forward attacking plays. And if you look at the way Chelsea are playing at the minute, they are scoring goals, and a lot of it is coming because of Raheem Sterling. So I'm going to put Sterling on the wing there, right wing. So Raheem Sterling is my right winger for the Chelsea and Man United 11. As for the left wing, we have got Garnacho or Cole Palmer. Both young talents. Both. I'm not a massive fan of Cole Palmer, I can't lie. But this season he has rose to the occasion. He has created chances, scored plenty of goals. He is Chelsea's penalty taker. So Cole Palmer has solidified his spot at Chelsea. But when you look at the likes of Garnacho with the flair he's got, I think he's got a bit more attitude, confidence to him than Palmer has. Palmer does have that confidence, so can't take that away from him. If you look at the penalty he scored against Manchester City, it just shown that he has the confidence to go and put that ball in the back of the net. But he does not have that flair that Garnacho has. When Garnacho runs at you, you think that something's going to happen, think there's going to be a goal. And then when you actually look at the way he gets onto his right foot, finesses his shots, it's something that I don't think Palmer provides. Palmer provides a different style of play for there, and the player that I want is the guy that runs at players, a bit like Raheem Sterling on the right. It's something that he provides on the left, and if you look at his goal of the season this season, and that is why I'm going to put him in my squad. So I'm going to have Garnacho on the left. So I'm not putting Cole Palmer in, it's going to be Garnacho. So that leaves us with a striker. Both strikers are very young. We've all got Højlund and we've got Nick Jackson. So that being said, Højlund hasn't scored a goal in the Premier League, but what does he provide as a striker at Man United? He can hold up the play. He's tall, he's fast, he's really good at running with the ball. I can't say he's the weak link in this United squad. At the minute, he needs to remain fit, but he is a big threat in terms of actually getting forward and going scoring. And I think once he gets that first goal in the Premier League, he can show that he will score, and he will go on to score a lot more goals. But when you look at him in the Champions League, he seems a totally different player. He's already scored 5 goals for us in there, and he just looks like a better player in that Champions League side, where we're attacking a lot more. We're not letting other teams play against us as much. We're getting forward and we're making those chances. And I think for Højlund, that creating the chances for him, when we've got players like Bruno, Enzo, Sterling in that squad, James, Shaw, people who can whip a ball in, is a good option in this squad. I'm not going to lie. Then you've got Nick Jackson, who's just come off the back of a hat-trick in one of his recent games. He's starting to find the net, but he's not taking his chances. He could have had a lot more goals this season. So, it's a difficult decision, this one. I think, in terms of overall player, Højlund is a better player. In terms of goal scoring at the moment, Jackson's got that. So, do I want the goals? Yes, I do want the goals. But do I think Højlund will get them goals if he has this squad? And I think right now, Højlund is the better player. So that is why I'm going to put Højlund in straight there. Jackson just misses out there. It was probably the harder decision of the lot of them. But Højlund just provides that bit more hold up, allows the wingers to get forward, get into positions in front of him. Whereas I don't think Nick Jackson does that. Nick Jackson is very good at running onto a ball and actually getting that finishing touch, but he doesn't take his chances. And like I said, when Højlund's been proven to take his chances in the Champions League, he's took them and took them well. But the Premier League just seems to be one thing where it's just not working. But I do think he's a better player, like I said. So let's look at that squad. We're going to pop it up here. We have got Sanchez in net. We have got Reece James at right back. Maguire somehow makes this side. Thiago Silva in centre back. Luke Shaw left back. Casemiro, Enzo in the defensive midfield positions. And then we've got Bruno playing the attacking midfield, providing the ball for driving that ball forward, getting those key passes in. And then we've got Sterling, Garnacho on the wings, which provide great attacking ability. And then we've got Højlund, who can get on the end of those overlaps from Shaw and James, Garnacho, Sterling. So yeah, that's my 11. Do you agree? Get in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think is the best side right now in terms of 11. Use any players. Just let me know in the comments what you think. Like the video, guys. Please subscribe. I'm out of here. See you in a bit.